that. Okay, last three, and then we can get started on how things will go this year. Ompile.
I wanted to ask, why did they remove the whole individual support coach situation and they just gave us a support team, as they say? Because we were working pretty fine with the support coaches, like individually.
Yeah, Ompile, that is, it's just a new way of us doing things, and we will find our ways. And you will still always have any type of support that you need. As you saw in your GOC, you still have to support for academic support. You still have support for your tech support. You still have support for social and emotional support. So there's still like enough support for everyone. But yeah, we have tweaked and changed a few things, and I promise you, change is a good thing sometimes, and we just need to adapt to it. And yeah, and just figure out the new way of doing things. But I promise it doesn't mean because you still have that like one-on-one support coach anymore that that support is not there anymore. Okay, you will still have that support. You can be like just assured of that. Refense,
Hello, ma'am.
hello.
Uh, how was your holiday?
It was good, thank you, Refense. And yours?
It was a holiday. I didn't
It
really
was
do
a
anything.
holiday.
But just wanted to say, like, before I showed up to class, I had to go to the hospital, not for me, but for a family member, and it did take a while because apparently they changed the time for the hospital to open, and then we had to sit there and wait. And then we thought I was gonna be late for class, but thankfully we got in and got out before that anything happened.
I'm glad that you made it, Refense, and I hope that everything is good and well with your family member as well.
It is, ma'am, miracle of life.
Lovely, Refense. I think that is good news. Zanele, last one.
Hi everyone, I'm Zanele. I'm new to like the whole UC team, don't so like patience, bear with me a big. And secondly, I hope all of you had a good holiday. Defense, I'll pray for your family member. And yeah, ma'am, I'm just requesting a little bit of patience because like this whole UCT online haven't done it. So like I'm new to the whole thing.
100% Zanele. Like if you need to figure anything out, there's always help. Doesn't matter what you're struggling with. The kids are amazing. Everyone is amazing. This group is amazing. They were my grade 9s last year. There's a bunch of lovely individuals. I can't remember if I had someone who irritated me. You will probably know, but let's not mention names. But everyone is absolutely lovely in this class. So whenever you struggle with anything, please just don't hesitate to ask. Like, I love interaction. I love chatting. That is why so much time is going by. But yeah, welcome, Zanele, and I hope that you will really enjoy it with us.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to take the last one, and then all other questions can go to the Q&A for the end of the lesson. Benita.
Hi, I was just wondering for exams, I'm also new, so like Zanele, but for exams, do we have to print a page and write on the page, or it's all handwritten, but must we print it and write on there?
Yes, Benita. So you will see, but it will be a great practice round, like when you do formal assessment. You can always like print it out. You always have like a plagiarism declaration type of thing that you fill in. You can print it out, but you don't have to. If I'm right, you don't fill it in on the page. You will write on like your own blank page that you write on, which you scan in. But there's a whole process, and you don't have to worry about it until it's time, until you go through that process. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, pleasure. Okay, Grotins. Right. Like I said, things are looking a bit different for you this year. I think the first thing that I just quickly want to mention, I quickly opened the assessment map. So for term 1, you have like 2 lovely formal assessments, which is so easy and so nice. In module 3, you will do, someone is not muted. Can you please mute? Yes, it's fine. I'll just mute.
Yes, sorry.
Sometimes people don't.
My page is still loading, so I can't mute.
That's fine, Layla. Don't worry. I'll mute you. Shame, no stress.
Thank you.
It also doesn't want me to mute Layla. It doesn't want me to mute Layla. Layla, I can't mute you for some. Okay, wait. There it goes. Okay, Layla's on mute. Okay. Good. So let's get started. Okay, so like I said, you have 2 lovely and super easy formal assessments this term plus a cycle test, but you will also be so relieved to know how easy your cycle test will be as well for this term. So I am really expecting the best of the best marks this term. In module 3, you will have a listening test. Okay, 'n luistertoets. En in module 4 het jy 'n opstel. So in module 3 en module 4 het jy jou formele assesserings. En dan as ek reg is in module 9. So you have some time still, maar in module 9 het jy 'n toets. Okay, 'n toets. But which is your cycle test. And grade 10 is literally out of 40. Remember, your cycle tests for term 1 was out of 60 for grade 8 and grade 9. Now your cycle test is only out of 40 marks. So you're going to have the best year. Okay. Don't ask any questions about your formal assessments just yet. Let's tackle them when we get to those modules. All of your questions that you have now, post them in the Q&A and then we'll get to it. Okay. Okay, julle. Goed. I wanted to do this song, but we've chatted so much now, I don't think we can get to it. But what I want you to just very quickly think about for me right now is how do you usually find answers to a reading comprehension? So remember, it's always like the first thing that you get in an Afrikaans test is that reading comprehension. And some of you are like, yes, I'm going to do it. And the others are like, ach, nee. Like, what is this even? I don't understand what I am reading. It's too hard to understand. How can I approach this? How can I make it easier for myself? But those of you who found a way, and I hope there's ways that works for you because I taught you last year, so there should be ways that works for you, or that made it easier for you. All right. So, and then the second thing is to name the textbooks that you need this year. Let me just check. I don't think. Yes, I do have them. Let me just see. Yes, I have them. Okay, good. So let's quickly just discuss these 2 things. Like, you have a comprehension. How do you approach your comprehension? I'm just going to lower the hands that's up now because I want to see the hands that is applicable to this question. So anybody, and also kudos to the number. We are 495 learners in this class. How amazing. Love it. Let's see. Masabatha, do you want to try it out for us?
Hi, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes.
With the listening comprehension, since it plays twice, the first time I listen carefully, and then the second time I start taking notes.
Masabatha, this is for a reading comprehension.
Oh, then I first read the questions, and then I read the comprehension. Then I highlight in the questions again, the key points, and then I read the comprehension, and then I answer the questions lastly.
Lovely. Lovely approach there. Lucille, do you want to share?
Okay, so it's like normally I would try to understand the question words that I learned in Afrikaans and see what's it's trying to tell me or ask me. And then I try and find, the words that kind of relate to the question, because I feel like that helps me when it comes to answering that sort of question in Afrikaans. I mean, especially if you're pretty new to Afrikaans, I feel like it's best to learn the question words in Afrikaans and also try and find the other words in that question specifically that are important in the passage, I feel. So that's from me.
Okay, baie dankie Lucille. Lovely. Love that approach. For especially, using that keyword thing, that helps, especially if you don't really know 100%, understand 100%, but you can still kind of figure out because you are linking the keywords, and dit is regtig baie belangrik. And then the second thing that we need to know, and that I hope you know already, dis baie belangrik, is name the textbooks that you need this year, because we know textbooks is always a thing. How many learners do we have, who doesn't have the right textbooks until the end of this year? And this year is dit regtig baie belangrik. It's very, very important that you have the books that you need this year. Okay. Goed, so watse handboeke het jy nodig? Wie kan vir my sê? Let me just open the lists again.